sweet like that you can have people in my house while my friend is there. I got in front of the car and I like hit her. I don't know why I hit the floor, but I like hit her roof or whatever. Or you're gonna have to move out. I'm not helping you take care of your child. Hey y'all, it's your girl Breezy. If you're new here, hey. And if you're returning, hey, I missed y'all. And I hope y'all missed me. I hope y'all missed me too. If you haven't already, please like, comment, and subscribe. Please, like, I need a little more interaction so this video can go, you know, we can grow. Ooh, that rhyme. I like that. I like that. Anywho, y'all. So happy Pride Month. Happy June month. Happy day. Anywho, y'all, so in celebration of Pride. First of all, before we even start the story, y'all, I cut my hair. Like, remember I was like talking about how I still had people's growing. I had to cut it. If you want that story time of why I had to cut my hair, drop it down in the comments below, and your girl will tell you ASAP. It's giving tea. It's giving. I can't believe it. It's giving. What the fuck? It's giving. So yeah, that's a juicy story, but it's not why we're here. We are here to talk about this girl getting pregnant on me. So let's go ahead and get into the video. I was like 19 years old at this time. I just moved out. I had my own apartment. It was like a 1-bedroom. Literally, it was like you walk in, it was my living room. You walk a little further, if you look to the left, there's like a kitchen. The kitchen is literally like a corner, like maybe this big. Then you got the living room, which is right outside of the kitchen. Then you walk down the hallway, you look to the left at the bathroom, the door is my bedroom. That's it. That's all. But I was 19. I didn't need much. I was proud of myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was mine. I didn't care how big it was. It was mine. So I used to get on this app called Tagged. If you don't know what Tagged is, it's a dating app. There's not too much to say about it. You swipe left if you don't like them. You swipe right. Not white. Right if you do like them. Cool. Get it. Got it. Good. So, you know, it was one day I'm like type shit. So I met this girl. We're gonna call her Confusion. Okay, yeah. So I met this girl. We're gonna call her Confusion, right? You'll figure out why I call her Confusion, why that's her name in this video a little bit later. So, oh yeah, y'all look at my car. Isn't it cute? So, anywho, me and Confusion, you know, we liked on each other. Me and Confusion liked on each other. So we ended up conversing in the DMs, and then we ended up exchanging numbers. Then we did the whole like talking over the phone thing, texting all the time. You already know how it go, whatever. So it got to the point where we talked so much that we were ready to see each other. So I don't know if you know anything about the lesbian group. The lesbian group moves a little fast sometimes, okay? It's a thing. It happens. Hopefully some people, I grew out of it. You know, I don't know about everybody, but I know I personally grew out of it. So hopefully other people grew out of it too, but that's neither here nor there. So, boom. So we ended up like figuring out the time period that we will be able to see each other. Y'all, this is younger Breezy. So I'm gonna really need y'all not to judge me. I'm gonna really need y'all just to be very much understanding at where I was in my life. So I'm 19. I'm very, I'm not gonna say it was a wild thing, but I wasn't always very ethical. That's the nicest way I could put that. So I had an individual who, we'll call her old school. So we had an individual who was very much older than me, and she had a thing for me, and I knew she had a thing for me, but at that time I wasn't in that like era where I really wanted to date anybody older than me type thing. And then there are other reasons why I didn't want to pursue that, but I'm not gonna do that on my YouTube because it's not very nice. So convinced Old School to drive me down to Columbus, and to give you some understanding, that's like a good hour and a half to 2 hour drive, depending on who's driving type things. It's not like up the street, but it is, but it's not, but it is, but it's not. Anywho, so Old School drove me out there to go get Confusion. So we grabbed Confusion, so we drove back the same day. She dropped Confusion off and me at my house. I said, okay, Confusion, this is Mikasa, Old School. Thank you for driving us. I'll see you later. I'm gonna hit you up type thing. And so Old School left. So me and Confusion, we vibing or whatever. We ended up liking on each other a lot. Hold on. Right. And we were supposed to only hang out for, I want to say it was a weekend. A weekend turned into a week. A week turned into 2 weeks. 2 weeks turned into 3 weeks. I think you guys catch my drift right now. Like it just kept going. She never went home. I never sent her home. I wasn't bothered by her at this point. So at this point, I'm working 2 jobs at this time. And I was going to this program where you can get a certification, whatever. So while I'm doing all that, Shorty's like at the house just chilling, piling. Now if that was today, that would have been a problem. But back then, like my bills were very much like, I wish I could go back. I took advantage of them bills so bad. If I could go back in time, them bills was nothing compared to what they are today. But that's neither here nor there. So the issue started when Confusion literally used to talk to her best friend like every day, which is not a problem normally. Confusion had her best friend tatted on her arm, her name. I didn't know that until after we were already into this whole like goo goo gaga stage, and back then like I was a sucker. I don't care. I was a sucker. So it's me being dumb and like I let it rock for a little bit, but then just I was just like, you know why I talk to her all day? Like it's not like it was like literally every day for like hours, and you're not talking about nothing. Like you're sitting on the phone like quiet a lot of time. Like that's your shorty. But I didn't have no cojones back in the day, like I do now. Not what I should have. That's crazy. Not what I should have. So it was just like one of them things. It's just like, y'all, I got time to fix my shirt. It just didn't want to work with me. And that's fine. I got something for you, Mr. Shirt. Yeah, like she had her best friend's name tattooed on her arm. And it was just like too much like relationship type energy. I just didn't like that. And it started getting on my nerves. And I'm one of the people, like if I address it 1 to 2, 3, 4 times, well, it should never be that many times, I'm going to get annoyed. And once I get annoyed, there's like no coming back type thing. So, what was it? So fast forward. So at this point, let's say we're like 3-4 months in. She's still at the house. She's still not working. She's still not contributing. She's literally just there. Now, Shorty did clean that house. Confusion cleaned the F out of the house. Confusion made sure there was food cooked for me every day. However, Confusion didn't contribute no money. So, like, when we used to go out with my friends, like, it was really just me paying for it. And it started to bother her because she felt like she couldn't provide, which is a thing. If you felt like if you couldn't provide, why would you do the thing that would help you provide? Granted, you don't have a car, but we could have made something twerk. Like, I'm not one of them who won't help you help yourself, but you have to be willing to help yourself. You know what I'm saying? So, she kept telling me, like, wait till my taxes, wait till my taxes, wait till my taxes. I got Confusion in the summertime. taxes don't come out till like what? February, March type area. Like, what? It gonna be cold by the time you talk about this, but whatever. Like, for some reason, I took these right into the wheels fall off era a little too serious in my life, and yeah, that's all I can say. Dummy. So yeah, so it's starting to cause like issues in the house because she was insecure that she wasn't providing nothing, and she started taking that out on me. And so I guess she found comfort into making friends in the back of the neighborhood, which isn't a big thing, but it is. It is. So she made friends with people in the back of my complex. I'm not buddy like that. Like, if we're in an area where we end up hanging out, that's one thing. But just to go in the back of my neighborhood, that's not me. Like, if we run into each other, that's one thing. But just to casually go back there, I don't know. Am I weird? Let me know in the box. Down in the box. Let me know in the comments down below, like, are y'all that type? Like, is that weird? But anywho, so she went back there. She befriended basically most of the young people in the back of the neighborhood or whatever. So while I was at work, she stopped cleaning as much as she was cleaning. She stopped cooking as much as she was cooking because she was too busy in the back with the people. So that caused more issues in the house. Because it's like, as much energy as you give to try to make friends, you need to be getting that, you need to be giving that energy to getting a job. Let's take a sip on that. I got to. It's only water, y'all. This time. Giving that energy to getting a job, which she did not do. So she tried to bring me around the people, like when I was all but she would be like, come on, let's hang out in the back. And I was like, okay, I'll be a good sport because you hang out with my friends. I connected with one of them. And one of them, the only was...
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
One girl that hung out with them. The rest were all dudes. I'm not hanging out with no dudes like that. Like, they're not my type of dudes to hang around. Like, if you don't leave the house because you don't have a job that's like, because work from home wasn't a big thing back then. So like, you being at the house 24/7 is not my style. You're not the type of people I need around me for what? Like, they weren't doing no like, influencers weren't even a big thing. Maybe YouTube was a big thing back. Well, YouTube was up and coming back then, but even then, like, they weren't doing that. So it wasn't like we was gonna have. There was just nothing for us. We had nothing in common. Just go ahead and just keep that there. There was nothing that I had in common with any of those people. So I just didn't feel the need to hang out with them. She didn't like the fact that I didn't want to hang out with them because all she wanted to do was hang out with them. And I'm not one of the people you can't bully me to hang out with nobody I want to hang out with. So we clash on that. So let's review. We're clashing on the fact that she treats her friend like her girlfriend. We're clashing on the fact that she's not working and she feels like she can't contribute to the house. And we're clashing on the fact that instead of her deciding to go get a job, she wants to hang out in the back. Are we caught up? Great. So, fast forward just a little bit more. So, okay, boom. So she's hanging out with these friends. So now she feels like this big connection with them. I barely am seeing her because I'm always working. And yeah, she's seeing them and hanging with them more than me. So it is what it is. So we start bumping heads a lot. More. So it got to the point where her mom and her dad, because she lived with her parents, wanted her to come back home. She didn't want to come back home. So they turned her phone off. I had a iPod Touch at the time. So I told her, like, hey, you can use my iPod Touch. It's on the Wi-Fi. If you need anything, you can communicate with me this way. It's all good. Like, we'll figure this out. So, she used it. Things were copacetic, whatever. And then, like, one day I asked her to music and listen to it because I didn't have an iPhone at the time. I had a Samsung Galaxy, I want to say. I had a Samsung Galaxy at the time. So I wanted to listen to music, and that was the only way I could listen to music was on my iPod. So I was like, I wanted to listen to music. I just wanted to zone out. I had a really bad day. I just need to vibe. And Shorty literally fought me for my iPod, and I'm like, girl, that's mine. Like I don't gotta ask you for real. It's mine. I let you use it. I already gave it to you. Like, girl, what you thought this was? Give me that. What that girl said? Hang up on you. Not in the mood.
Hang up on you. Not in the mood.
Like, why are you bothering me? So I didn't think nothing of it at that time because, like I said, I had a bad day that day. I just wanted to zone out. So, boom, things are still going along, and she just seemed a little off. Like, it wasn't the regular off. It was like a different off where anything I would say would trigger her. And in my head, I'm like, baby, you are really being taken care of. Like, you are what do they call it? You are a kept woman. What is your problem? So, child, maybe 2 weeks after the incident, something told me to check my iPod. So what I do? I listen to myself. There were some, I think it was tagged. She had that app downloaded onto or installed into my iPod. I didn't have tagged on my iPod. I had tagged on my phone. So I'm like, when did tag get on my iPod? But what did I do? I went through it. Duh. What else would I do? It's my iPod. I know what should and should not be on this guy. Why is this on here? So I went snooping. Y'all, we're gonna need a moment of silence after I tell y'all what I found in that iPod. She was talking to men. Not only was she talking to men, she was meeting up with these men, like truck drivers, people she don't know. I didn't know her and I met her. Anyway, that's besides the point. She was having sex with these men.
Subscribe to my channel.
It should be more than water right now. She was linking up with these men, and she was getting she was doing the grown thing with them. I don't know what words I can say. I might have to edit that out. She was being she was getting frisky with them. I never really use the word frisky around here. She was getting frisky with them. Very much frisky with them. So frisky with them that pause. I'm going too fast. So I'm stuck. Like, I'm looking at it like this, y'all. I went out, went back in, flabbergasted. I've been hoodwinked, bamboozled. You're still messing with me. So Shorty currently is in the kitchen cooking. Now remember I told you, you walk in, you go to the left, you look, there's my kitchen. If you come back out, you walk around the hallway. My room was on the right, my bathroom was on the left. She's in the kitchen. So I marched out my kitchen but you would have thought that I was 6'4" the way I was marching out that kitchen. And
To confuse you.
And she was like,
What's up, babe?
I said, do you have something to tell me?
And she was like,
No, what do you mean? Why do you say that?
I said, I'll ask you again. Do you have something to tell me?
and when someone get caught and they sort of freeze. Shorty didn't have no poker face at all, dummy. You should definitely have a poker face, but she didn't. So she's like, babe, what's wrong? Like, we were having such a good day. I said we were having a wonderful day. And so I decided to go in my iPod, and I get a notification from Tagged. It's a man. And there's been a thread. And it's not with me. So you have something to tell me. Now, I forgot to tell y'all, this is what really made me upset. We're going to pause in this part. The first weekend that me and Shorty hung out, she gave me this whole spiel about how she has been violated by a guy recently. So she was literally like, I hate men. I will never talk to a man again. Like, I don't take that very lightly. So for her to do all that, but now you're with men, and then y'all, her presenting was masculine. She wasn't femme presenting. She was very much like masculine presenting. Like, she dressed like one of the boys. So like, I'm new. Like, at this point, I'm new to the, to the scene. I don't know much. I'm just confused. Like, my mind is like, I'm really confused. I don't know what to think. Like, I'm new to this world. I don't know. In my head, like I said, she was masculine presenting. A masculine presenting woman would never be with a man. Like, she dresses like one. Like, she would never do that. That's what I'm thinking. So, and then it was like, when I was 19. So it was like 2011, 2012. So like, we didn't have all the stems and all the fluid. Like, that wasn't a thing. Like, it might have been in existence, but it wasn't a thing when it was just like out there in the world. So again, I'm very ignorant to that. And then, like I said, I just started like dating women like full time, Like, like I don't know, So, anywho, let's go back to where we were on the story. So she's like, what are you stuttering for? Like, are you talking to dudes or not? Well, it's not like that. You're barely home. Then when you're home, you're tired. And it's like, we're always arguing. Da-da-da-da-da. And I was like, so you just skipped to talking to women. You just decided to go talk to a man. Which is something wrong if you like men. However, common when you're dating someone, especially... No, period. If you're dating someone and you start dealing with other people, it's very disrespectful, A. And B, you should allow your partners to know if you're having multiple partners on that type of level. That is nasty. Nasty. That is nasty. Like, that is so disrespectful on so many levels. So, that's my spiel on that. Back to the story. So, she starts crying. And like I told you, I was a punk back in the day. So, I was like, oh my God, like, don't cry. Like, we can talk about nah. So, okay, long story short, I forgave her. A month later, y'all, she goes, because nothing else happened after that. So a month later, she goes, can we go on a walk to the park? And I'm just like, okay, cool. So I think it's like Sunday. So I wasn't working nowhere. And I thought it was cute that she wanted to go on a walk. And she was like, we haven't really been able to like really have an us time where we're always around other people or you're always working, da-da-da-da. I'm like, yeah, I know. I appreciate the little walkers, da-da-da. So she goes, I have a real question for you, and I don't want you to be upset. So I'm looking at her, and I'm like, okay, what's the question? We're going to have to take another drink after this, guys. And she goes, will you be my baby mama?
Subscribe to my channel.
Baby mama? To what baby? Like, what? You're not asking me to marry you. You're not asking me to borrow my car. You're asking me to be your baby mom. And she confesses that she's pregnant. Y'all, when I think about my life and I think about stories like this, I was a very, very, very patient person. More patient than I knew. Or maybe I was just dumb. Like, maybe I had a fear of people leaving me. I don't know. I want to dive into that a little deeper, but today's not the day for that. Shorty told me that she's pregnant. Shorty told she was pregnant. No, I did not agree to be her baby mama. I don't know, cause that's not something we planned. Like, that wasn't a part of the plan. I had nothing to do with that. That was something behind my back. So no, I'm not gonna be your baby mama. I said, if you have this baby, you're gonna have to move out. I'm not helping you take care of a child. This is not what I wanted to do. That's not what I signed up for, and that's not what I have in my future right now. Like, eventually, yes, but currently, no. No, ma'am. Nope. Can't do it. So she got upset about that and like was like, why? Like, I wouldn't want to have a child with nobody else but you, but you are having a child with somebody else besides me because I'm not that child's mother, and we didn't go and get this process done, and we didn't, set up you having sex with this person that got you pregnant. You just went and did all this by yourself. That was a you thing. You never include Breezy into that at all. So whatever. So she ended up losing it, and before that though, like, I used to go through my iPod on a regular, I was going through my iPod because I'm like, dang, like, what else do I not know? And she was arguing with this man about this baby, like, seeing her and how he just got her pregnant and hasn't come to hang out. It was just a lot. It was so much. And my biggest pet peeve is, like, don't have nobody in my house while I'm not present. And I know for a fact, like, Shorty had people in my house. I couldn't prove it on that level, but, like, I know she did, which is even scarier because it's like, you got people in my house while I'm currently not there, and I don't know who all has the address in my house. So, she eventually ended up working for a little bit, and she went back to Columbus to get some more clothes, and then she drove back from Columbus in her car. So I had like a good 2 weeks away from her. Maybe this was probably like a week or two after she found out she lost the baby. She went to Columbus to do a reset and to grab some more clothes, and I needed that time away from her anyway. So I'm doing my big one. I'm living my best life, having fun, this, that, and the third. Cause she came back with a car. She got a job maybe 2 weeks after she had a car. She worked there for maybe like a month or two. And I don't know if she got fired or she quit. She said she quit, but she was such a liar. There's no telling what occurred. She got fired from her job. Her best friend was coming into town to visit some family members. So this is where things get a little more interesting. Her friend came. I was at work. I got back. She begged me to come speak, so I drove to the back of the neighborhood when I got off to say hello to everybody, and then I drove back to the apartment. So when I was out there for maybe like 5-10 minutes, if that, speaking to everybody. So afterwards, she was like, "Can I ride back with you? Like, I'm a little tired. I just finished, traveling. I just want to take a shower." I'm like, all right, cool. Like, come on. So we're conversing. She seemed pretty cool. And my issue was never with the best friend. Let's start there. The issue was never with the best friend. It was with how my ex, or I don't even want to call her that, how Confusion handled the situation in reference to her. That is what used to tick me off. So anywho, so me and best friend, we'll call her, just want to use the term best friend if I'm her name. So me and best friend, not my best friend, her best friend, me and her best friend, went back to the house. So we're talking, she's in the room. I'm like, okay, well, I'm about to get undressed so I can go take a shower. And she's like, all right, cool. So she's still in the room, so I'm like, I'm not thinking nothing of it. So I took my clothes off, hopped in the shower. No, before I hopped in the shower, again, y'all, disclaimer, don't judge me. Don't judge me at all. Not even a little bit. Don't even think about judging me. Because I'm going to tell you, I got to tell it all. So, while we were in the room, her best friend kissed me. And I didn't stop her. And like, it's a bad type thing. So, we ended up, I'm going to skip this part. I got to skip this part. What about part 2? We're here now. We're here. So, So she was like, she wanted to experience being frisky or whatever with me. And I'm like, your best friend is gonna have a conniption. Like, she's not gonna be okay with that. Now, mind you, me and Confusion right now, we're not together. I forgot to tell you that. We broke up. We were just still living together. The pregnancy was just too much for me, and then like it was a lot. So we did break up. I didn't say that. My bad. So I knew that Confusion was like in love with her. And so her best friend was like, she wanted to experience being frisky with me, and I'm just like, what? She was just like, I don't know. Well, her problem is why she treats the way she treats you, but you're like very beautiful. You have your own everything. Like, you're very, it's just something about you that I just like, and I want to experience being frisky with you. So I told her that, you know, that your best friend would not like that. Like, your best friend will lose her like, she would literally like probably like throw herself off a mountain. She would not be okay. And so she was like, well, I don't see her like that. I never saw her like that. I told her that already. And I really want to experience you. Mind you, her best friend is not all the way on this end. I didn't know she even liked it. Liked is not even a word. I didn't know she even liked, you know what I'm saying? Like me. Like, so I told her the only way that her and I will be able to even be frisky is, I hope none of my family watches this. If you do, sorry, it already happened. If her friend was gonna be able to be there. So she brought it up to her friend, to Confusion, and Confusion was like, what? She was confused. She's confused, guys. And she agreed to it because she really wanted her best friend really bad. Confusion was stunting me at this time. She really wanted her best friend, but her best friend didn't really want her. Her best friend wanted me, type thing. So yeah, that's just that on it. I'm not going into detail. If you want details of that, y'all gotta comment in the comments down below. I'm not just gonna give you all this tea. Y'all not even gonna interact with me. That's crazy work. So we're just gonna stick a pin in that. If you want to go further into that situation, we can. But for now, you already know what it is, type thing. So after that, her best friend left like a day later, and me and her best friend were cool from then on. She didn't like that. She was really heartbroken about it. Like, she cried about she cried about it. She was so upset. But I didn't feel bad for her because you cheated on me. Not with one, not with two, not with three, but like 4 dudes. Like, I don't care. I don't care about you crying. Cry, baby, cry. Cry, baby, cry. Like, I don't care nothing about that. So, fast forward. It wasn't too long after her best friend left, but I don't have the time duration off the top of my head, so just forgive me. I'm at work, and I get a phone call from my best friend at the time, and she's like, what you doing? I'm like, girl, I'm at work. Well, that's what she goes to go. She goes, well, I gotta tell you something. I'm like, girl, what? Now pause. One of my homegirls crashed at my house that night before. So she was at the house. So it's Confusion, which is gonna call her homegirl because she doesn't have to be part of the story in this one. But I got story with this one with her for real. Homegirl, they both at the house. So she's like, homegirl called me and she's telling me that Confusion got people in your house. Bar? What? I said, she got people where? She said, bitch, you're in your house. In your house. Like, currently in your house. They just chilling in your house. And I'm like, are you serious? She's like, yeah. She FaceTimed me and everything. And I heard dudes in the back. There's dudes in there. She was telling me there was dudes in there. And y'all, remember I told you Confusion was masculine presented when I got with her. Why this lady was wearing some short shorts around these men? We're not together, but you got people in my house. But it's just like, who are you? Like, what do you want in life? Do you know? Like, if you don't, I'm not judging, but do you know? You know what I'm saying? So, girl, yeah, so that was a thing. And then she was like, me and Old School can pop up there if you want. So I said, yeah, go over there. Old School had the keys to my house because I trusted Old School. So her Old School went over there. It was like, yeah, there was definitely people in your house type thing. So when I got off work and got to the house, there was no one there, including Confusion. Confusion was not there. So I'm livid. At this point, I'm at my breaking point. I've been disrespected time again with this person. And I'm at my breaking point. So I changed my clothes because I was at an internship at this time. I changed my clothes into some boot type clothes, and I went to the back of the neighborhood because I just figured that's where she was gonna be. Now, so this is how the apartment complex is set up. So the apartments are in the middle. When you come in, it's in the middle, and then in the back, it's like filled up in the back. So you can either go this way or you can go this way to get to the back, but you'll end up at the same place. So I was like, which way do I think she would be driving out of? So I went this way. So my friends running behind me like, Bree's like, calm down. It's not that slow. You'll be okay. Like, we just go kick her stuff out. We don't need to do nothing. Like, they going, I'm not listening. All I see is red because you've been disrespecting me so much. And the fact that you feel like it's sweet like that you can have people in my house while my friend is there. Like, it's already bad enough to get people in my house, but my friend is there. My friend knows I don't play like that. Homegirl knows I don't play like that. Homegirl knows. My best friend knows. Old School knows. All of them people know. Anyone who knows me knows I don't like people in my house when I'm not present if I didn't give them permission to be there. So, I'm fuming. I get halfway to the back, and here she goes driving. Remember, I told y'all she got her car. She's driving out. I got in front of the car, and I, like, hit her. I don't know why I hit the floor. But I, like, hit her roof or whatever. Or the... What's it called? The front of her car, whatever it's called. And she's like, what's wrong with you? What are you doing? What is wrong with you? So I told my ass one time only. I said, you had niggas in my house? It wasn't like that. You tripping. Something in me, like, I don't know, it was like a spidey sense. Let me know that she was about to hit that gas. That window was down just enough. She thought she was going to hit that gas. Boom! Yeah, don't play with me. Ever in your life. Like, why would you think it was sweet like that? Yeah, right in the nose, don't care. Broke that mug. Don't care. Cause what? So she sped. So when I did that, I jumped back and she sped up. I'm thinking she might get out of the car. Now Charlotte sped off. And they looking like. So people looking at my friends looking at me crazy because when I stuck her, she was already hitting the gas. So it was sort of like a crazy action movie because she's hitting the gas, the car is moving, and I stuck her and it stuck and I didn't hit the window, I didn't hit the car, like I hit directly straight face and was able to move my hand out in time. So I don't know. There's nothing but the Lord, because I don't know how I did it, but 10 minutes after she sped off, she called me like, are you crazy? I'm bleeding. You got me effed up. I'm gonna sue. I said, you gotta do what you gotta do, baby. You can do what you gotta do. I don't care nothing about that. So I threw all her stuff outside. She came and got it. And I didn't hear nothing from her since. The next time I saw her, that's a whole nother story for a whole nother day. But yeah, guys, I think that's enough for now. That was the time that my ex got pregnant on me. So I hope you enjoyed the story time. If you want to know what happened the next time I saw her, let me know in the comments down below. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I want to get these interactions up. I want the videos to start moving more so we can start growing more. I miss y'all so much. I can't wait for us to keep growing and to get more consistent and start vlogging more. Thank you so much for just even watching 2 minutes. Like, I'm just grateful for everything. I thank you for all my subscribers. I love you guys so much. Y'all are my VamBam, aka my family, and I I will see y'all in another video. See y'all later. Oh, whoa. And love on yourself a little bit more, y'all. Don't forget to love yourself a little bit more. That's what I really needed to say. I'm tripping. Later.